Welcome to Collectible Motorcar of Atlanta. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a beautiful 1969 Camaro Restomod. The color on this car is called Blew Me Away, and let me tell you, this car definitely does that when you see it in person. This car has had a full nut and bolt restoration done on it. It's had tons of really nice goodies added to it, like Detroit Speed suspension, a 502 GM crate motor with Edelbrock ProFlow fuel injection on it. It's got all new interior. It's got carbon fiber front spoiler and rear spoiler on it. And man, this thing just looks absolutely bad to the bone when it's cruising down the road. And it has tons of performance that adds to it. But let's go ahead and start up front like we always do. You've got a brand new RS style grille with the RS Hideaway headlights. You got LED lights behind there, brand new chrome bumper. All your emblems, your window trim, all that has been painted in like a gloss black to give it that really good Pro Touring look. You do have the Grand Sport stripes here that are done in carbon fiber to kind of tie in with some of the other carbon fiber features on the car. You do have a 2-inch cowl hood here that just gives it a really aggressive look. The paint on this car, guys, is really nice. No major imperfections, no major chips or anything like that. This paint shows very nicely. You could easily take it to a car show or cruise in and blow people away. And the color of that blue is definitely going to do it as well. That's why they called it Blew Me Away, because it definitely does that when you see it in person. You do have some really nice weld wheels up here with some Willwood 6-piston brakes. Gives you plenty of stopping power. Your gaps here on your door are nice and even. Your body line lines up really nice. Your mirror here is also done in the black to match all the other black features on the car. Your wing window, or not your wing window, your rear window here is in great condition. Your door handle is also done in black and is in great condition. Your body line here is nice and even all the way down, guys. Looks really nice. I always like to open the doors, show you that they're not sagging and they shut good. Your rear quarter here is in excellent condition. All the body lines are nice and crisp. There's no cracks or imperfections here around the window. It looks all really nice and clean. Whoever did the body work on this Camaro did an excellent job. Your rear glass is in excellent condition as well. All the glass in this car, just a note, has been replaced, so it's all brand new glass, so no scratches or anything like that in the glass. Looks really nice. As we work our way around the back side of the car here, you do have that rear carbon fiber rear wing there. Gives it a really aggressive look. Brand new chrome bumpers, brand new tail lights there. You've got the RS logo there on the back as well. Let me go back up here and grab the key and we'll pop the trunk. I'll show you inside there real quick. But guys, overall, this is a fantastic car. If you are looking for a really nice 69 Camaro that's not too crazy over the top to where you almost don't want to drive it, this is definitely the car. You got a ton of extra parts back here that came off the car when it was restored. Some old brake shoes and stuff like that from the drum brakes that were on the car. You got some extra carbon fiber wrap here if you want it. But all this comes with the car, guys, but the trunk's in excellent condition here. We'll pull this out here. You can see that it's all nice and done inside the trunk. Looks really nice. Pan up here, Justin, show them the bottom of the trunk lid there. All done really nice. All your weather stripping is nice here around the trunk. Overall, a very nice car. But guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and wrap this up and let's move back up front so I can show you the big block under the hood. All right, guys, check out that big block under the hood there. This is a 502 GM crate motor that was purchased and put in this car. The block has been painted in a custom metallic orange, very similar to the GM orange that the Chevrolets came with, but with a little twist to it. Definitely looks really good. You've got some long tube headers on here as well. You've got that brand new serpentine system done up front that's all done in the black to kind of match all the features of this car, kind of match the valve covers as well. And as I mentioned earlier, you do have the Edelbrock ProFlow EFI system on here. And this is not like your typical sniper system where it is TBI. This is actually port injection, which is kind of like an LS motor. Definitely more efficient and you can definitely get more power out of it. But overall, the engine bay in here is super clean. You've got AC, brand new alternator, brand new water pump, all done in that black. You've got Detroit Speed suspension up front as well. And this motor is actually mated to a 5-speed Tremec transmission. Really fun to drive with that 5-speed in there, but you do have the power brakes as well. But overall, very clean under here. It's kind of done like how it was originally with all the black firewall and the black tubs. but looks really nice, super clean. You do have an aluminum radiator as well with 2 dual electric fans. Help keep everything nice and cool for that big block, but overall very nice here. But with that being said, let's go ahead and shut the hood and let's move to the interior. All right, guys, check out this beautiful black interior on this 69 Camaro. Everything in here is brand new, from the dash pad to the seats to the steering wheel to the pedals. Everything has been touched and replaced. It looks really, really nice in here. Before we get into too many details here on the interior, I do want to go over some of the paperwork that we do have. A lot of you guys always ask about paperwork. So I've got all the instruction manuals and stuff for all the parts that have been added, or at least majority of them. And I've got a ton of receipts and stuff here on the build, so you definitely get some good paperwork with it. So if you're purchasing this car and you want to look up a part that is on here, it's all in here. Everything from the fuel injection system to the vintage AC and all the other goodies on this car. But we'll go ahead and sit this back to the side and we'll continue on the interior. As you look at the gauge cluster up here, you do have a carbon fiber bezel. And you also have some upgraded gauges. Those are the Auto X-Cross gauges, and those are really sporty looking and look really awesome. You also have a billet specialty steering wheel that has the carbon fiber look here around the steering wheel grip. Definitely ties in with all the other carbon fiber features on the car. Like I mentioned on the when we were going over the engine, you do have the Tremec 5-speed here. You got a nice leather boot, custom console here. It looks really, really clean. Your glove box and your grab handle over there is all in excellent condition. You do have brand new door panels as well that are in really, really good condition. Your headliner is in excellent condition as well. But guys, the interior basically looks brand new, just like it did back in 1969, but with some nice touches with the gauges and steering wheel and the shifter. But overall, a very nice car. But with that being said, let's get to my favorite part and let's go take this bad boy for a drive. All right, guys, we're out cruising in the 69 Camaro, and so far, love this car. AC's blowing cold. It's about 90 degrees today here in Georgia. We got the windows up and the AC's blowing nice and cold. All the gauges are working as they should. The steering feels really nice on this car. It's nice and tight. It's not sloppy. The gearbox feels amazing. And the torque that you get from this big block is fantastic for just cruising around. You can shift the gears real low RPM and you still got plenty of power to get the car moving. But when you really want to open it up, you can definitely do that as well. But the brakes feel good. You know, we're here in bumper to bumper traffic and, you know, I can stab the brakes and it basically throws you through the windshield. The one thing that I will mention on the car is the car does not have a radio, but if you do want to purchase the car and you do want a radio, we can definitely work something out on that. We could do a Bluetooth, hold on, we gotta go around a bus here, give me 1 second. We could do a wireless Bluetooth amp and we could have that all hooked up to where there wouldn't necessarily be a head unit. You would control it directly from your phone. Which is really cool, still keeps a clean look in here. And then just whenever you get in, it would connect to your phone. You'd play your Pandora or YouTube music, whatever you use for your audio. But guys, overall, suspension and everything on this car feels really nice, which that's what you expect from Detroit Speed. They're the best in the business when it comes to the classic car suspension. As we go up here and go around some of these turns, this is kind of my test for the suspension. There's a little bit of a bump up here as you're turning, and usually if the car's gonna rub, it's gonna rub here. But so far, so good, no problems with that. Yep, good, no bump, no scrubbing. Let's open her up a little bit. All right, that was 4th gear. But plenty of power, guys. I would, if I had to kind of put a number on it, I'd say somewhere around 500 wheel. But then you got to remember that it is a big block, so you get all that torque. So you're probably right around 500 torque as well. So like I said, this thing moves really nicely. You got the AC, you got the modern gauges, got the modern suspension. So I mean, you could take this thing on date night. You could get the kids or the grandkids and go get ice cream, or take them out for a drive and be comfortable in it. But overall, a really nice car, guys. And in my opinion, the pricing on this car is really nice. You could not build this car for that. The paint alone would cost you 25 grand with the body work and the high-end paint that's on this car. And then you add in all the interior and all that stuff, and the suspension, it adds up quick, especially if you're paying somebody to do it. But guys, with that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the shop. We'll put this up on the lift and I can show you how nice the bottom side of this car is. All right, guys, got the 69 Camaro back at the dealership up on the lift, and look at how beautiful this car is. Let's start up front here. I always like to check out these frame horns here to look for any kind of damage or anything like that. These are nice and straight. There's no signs of any kind of frame damage being involved in any kind of accidents. A lot of people ask us that. You do have the full Detroit suspension here, so that's the coilovers, the upper and lower A-arms, the sway bar, all your steering linkage here is all Detroit speed. Very clean. You do have that aluminum radiator here as well. Your cross member and all your suspension is done in a black powder coating, so it looks really, really nice. The rest of the car, the floor pans, your subframe connectors and everything all the way back on the car is done in a really high-end undercoating, kind of like a bed liner. And I really like this because it protects the bottom. If this car was all painted in that blue like the exterior of the car, you know, you'd be scared to drive this car. You'd be afraid a rock's gonna come up and hit the bottom of the car and chip the paint. This does give you some protection and it looks really nice as well. This is not some guy in a can spraying underneath here. This is a professional spray job on the bottom of this car, and it looks really, really nice. You've got the shorty headers here. It's 3-inch exhaust, dual exhaust all the way back. It's all stainless. All the welds look really nice here. You've got cutouts here on this vehicle too, so you can flip the switch as you're cruising into the car show and shake the ground and let everyone know that you're coming. But like I said, I do like the heat shielding that they put on this car. That really keeps the heat to a minimum on the floorboard, so it keeps your feet and your butt from getting too hot. This car does have Detroit Speed subframe connectors, so this car was originally a unibody car, so you add these in to make it basically like a full frame car, and it really adds a lot of strength to the chassis and keeps the flex down. Go back up here real quick. I forgot to mention, this is the oil pan for the big block. It's all nice and dry, no signs of any major leaks here. We do have a TKX 5-speed transmission, and it looks really, really nice. You do have a nice steel drive shaft as well, guys, but check out the bottom of the floor pans here. Really nice, super clean looking, and really solid. As we work our way to the back, you do have some stainless steel mufflers. Not sure what brand they are because they are covered up, but if I had to guess, MagnaFlow or something like that is typically what they are. You have the Detroit Speed 4-link system back here with the sway bar, and you've got a professional 9-inch rear end on here. All your brackets and the welds and everything look fantastic on here. You got the coilovers out back as well. Now, let's talk a little bit about the tires and rim setup on this car. So this is a weld forged wheel, and you've got the 4-piston wheel woods out back. You got the 6-piston up front, and then you've got a really nice sticky tire. You got the Mickey Thompson ET Street R's on here, so you have no issues with spinning with this tire, man. This thing hooks on the street. It's a really, really nice tire, but guys, this car is freaking amazing. Real quick, you do have the aluminum brand new gas tank here with the fuel pump inside. Guys, what a fantastic car. And after driving this car, it just really shows me how nice this car has been put together, the time that it took to put this car together. And then also, a lot of times, guys, you don't realize when you do put a car together and it's a nut and bolt restoration, it takes some time to get them right and work out all the little kinks. And this one has been done. This car rides and drives fantastic, and it looks even better. If you guys are interested in this Camaro, give me a call at 770-738-7111. And if you guys are new to the channel and this is the first video that you're seeing from us, go ahead and subscribe, because we're all the time coming out with new and cool videos on all the new inventory that we get here at Collectible Motorcar. But guys, with that being said, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.